Yo here. Turns out some people got their wish today. The Acolyte's been canceled after season 1. Declining views really do kill a show, despite what somebody wants to happen when they start with an agenda. I love the fact that they have the idea of putting all sorts of marginalized groups and things that would not normally be seen. But at the same time, are you still putting in the same amount of effort when it comes to the story? If you're not and you're just shoving things in, you're doing a disservice to the groups you're trying to show. Instead, you have this lame story about a mystery that isn't much of a mystery, and it isn't very thrilling. It's oatmeal. I, for one, like oatmeal in my breakfast. I just don't like it on TV. It is milquetoast, halfway, half measures, whatever you want to call it. It's something that has no spice. And Mom always told me, if you're gonna make it spicy. Not so spicy that somebody has to run to the toilet with their ass on fire, but spicy. You know what I mean. When it comes to Star Wars, Disney's shooting themselves in the foot. Both feet. They can't walk, let alone tread water. Kathleen Kennedy said the future was female. No, it's not. Somebody might have her say the future is gay. I don't know if that's true, but there doesn't seem to be enough of any particular one marginalized group where you can throw all your eggs in that basket and totally forget about everybody else who got you to the dance. If it gets to the point in your storytelling that people can tell who did what just based on their race, you're actually going backwards. It's like in the old days where somebody said, well, that black guy and that Mexican are talking to each other in the background. They're clearly the bad guy. I mean, who else is gonna be the pimp? Now you've got it to the point where every time somebody sees a rainbow coalition of characters, white guy over there, he did it. How do you know? Maybe we wrote it differently. He did it. Well, explain yourself. You've got black woman, black guy, Indian guy, white woman. Maybe it's the white woman? Nah, he did it. It's the white guy. Tell a story with complex characters. If it's important for someone to be a particular race, then it needs to be showcased in the story. I've got a bone to pick with anybody who just brings token characters in. I'm sure Kathleen Kennedy and Leslye Headland are very happy with what they've done. Very proud of themselves for achieving what couldn't be done before. That is making Star Wars suck and be lame. You've got an IP that used to print money. Now you can't sell the movies. You can't sell the TVs. You can't sell the toys. If you can't get a fire in your belly to make money off of Star Wars after you spent $4 billion on it as a company, there's probably nothing I can do to convince you. You should probably rethink what you've been writing. Or maybe you just keep doing what you've been doing and let that shit tank. I used to love Star Wars. There used to be something in it for everybody. Everyone could relate to Luke Skywalker. He didn't have to be a black character for me to be able to know his struggle. He's looking for adventure. He needs something in his life that is fulfilling. I got it. I only got through 3 episodes before tapping out of the Acolyte. I couldn't stand it personally, but there's other people who were finding nuggets in it, even though the numbers continue down the hill like an avalanche every week. This is something that started with space samurais and magic. Do you think in a universe where there is light speed travel that you would actually have a hard time finding one planet that has no problem with? It's not that hard to find a state or at least a city on Earth, and we're full of dumbasses. You only have to find one half of the planet that isn't dicks and assholes. Unless you like dick. Well, you know. So you're telling me that in a universe where this guy has a dog head and that guy is composed primarily of tentacles, that the biggest concern on somebody's planet is, are there any lesbians here? Because I don't like lesbians. Ah well, who knows what you guys like anyway. As for the next time you need your entertainment news or movie reviews, look to the shadows and beckon.